in China. So now you look at the compound men's team quarterfinal matches and the semifinal matches. And this is how we arrived at our gold and bronze medal matchups here in Shanghai on a Saturday morning. Carl Arkey. Joined this morning by Andy Rekonenko of Great Britain. Kind enough to join us, come out in the rain and join us for our live coverage of the compound team competition. Time now for the men's team bronze medal match. And this will pit Mexico against the Russian Federation. And the Russian Federation out first, led by Alexander Dambayev. The Russians defeated Great Britain in the 1/8 round, then took a tiebreaker from the Netherlands in the quarterfinals before losing a shoot-off with Australia in the semifinals. By the way, the elimination rounds obviously played out at Yuanshen Stadium, which is a stadium where you're completely surrounded and enclosed by the stands. So the wind conditions obviously a lot different there as well.
Well, that's right. I mean, the winds, we've not had wind like this all week anyway. But shooting in a stadium can be a mixed blessing. You're away from direct wind, but the wind can swirl in the stadium, so you can get differing conditions depending on where you are. And I've spoken to a lot of people this week that have said that their arrows seem to have done strange things. There's been a little bit of a breeze, you're thinking you're shooting great, you shoot straight down the middle, and the arrow moves. And we've had a few instances of that in some important matches as well, where we've had arrows, we've seen arrows go in places the archer didn't expect them to go.
So here is the team from Mexico, seeded fourth. They beat Iran in the 1/8 round. They were 5 better than France in the quarterfinals and then dropped a 3-point decision to the USA in the semifinals. Julio Ricardo Fierro, Adolfo Medina, and Mario Cardosa shooting for Mexico. For the Russian Federation, it's Alexander Dambayev teaming up with Viktor Kalishnikov and Mikhail Sprodov. So the judge giving final instructions. And the Russian Federation to shoot first. World record in this event, 239 points recorded by Team USA at the World Championships in Torino back in 2011.
I'm going to guess that world record's probably safe today.
Probably. I won't bet against you. More of these conditions. So a 10 to start off for the Russian Federation.
Great start.
And another 10. Right down the middle. And here is Alexander Dambayev, who won the individual bronze and a mixed team silver medal in Poland at stage 4 last summer, when we had absolutely beautiful weather conditions in Wrocław. And Dambayev outside the yellow rings in the 8 ring with an 8. Julio Ricardo Fierro shooting first for Mexico. And Mexico off to a good start with a 9.
Venga, venga, Adolfo. Eso es, ahí trabaja, fuerte el brazo. Bien.
Almost inside that 10 ring.
A la izquierda tantito. Venga, Cardoso.
And I believe this is Mario Cardoso, a bronze medalist at the Arizona Cup a month ago. Drills it.
Cardoso, Cardoso.
So after 3 shots, we're tied at 28 all. The Russian Federation continuing to shoot well.
Another fantastic shot.
An even better attempt that time. And the wind really whipping right now. So 55 points for the Russian Federation out of a possible score of 60 on the first 6 arrows. And here is Julio Ricardo Fierro, ranked 22nd in the world. Has been ranked as high as 7th. That was 2 years ago in 2012. Holding for a long time, Andy.
Yeah, you can really see the bow moving again in the wind. This is one of the areas where compounds, you could argue, maybe have a disadvantage compared to recurves. When you're at full draw, you're only holding maybe 17 or 20 pounds of draw weight, so the bow is almost a dead weight or a sail out in your hand, whereas with a recurve, you're holding the full weight of the bow, so 48, 50 pound plus maybe. So you've got much more to react against. So on a windy day, it's actually can be easier to hold a recurve towards the centre of the target than a compound.
Interesting point. And Mexico needing a 10 on the final shot of that end. And not getting it. So the Russian Federation should have, I believe, a 1-point lead as they total up the scores.
I think that's the disadvantage, of course, fighting with the wind. If you're taking a long time to make your shot because you're struggling.
It's a miss.
I don't think the last guy had very long for Mexico. The last shot, he didn't have very long to make his shot at all.
So a miss.
Very disappointing.
Yes. So Mexico at a huge disadvantage as the shot received no points, no score. I believe it was Mario Cardoso trying to get that last shot off. And Mexico will have to settle for only 45 points. Goes back to what we were saying in one of those earlier matches with the women. You at least want to get the attempt off. Even if it's a 6, even if it's a 5, that's better than no score at all.
Absolutely, that's right.
And the raindrops keep falling on the heads of the Russian Federation as well as the team from Mexico. Mexico had come in hoping to win a pair of bronze medals here today.
In your time so that the other guy can get on and make his shot. And I think that was maybe the problem with Mexico. The last guy just ran out of time and had to rush the shot. Unfortunately, scored a miss.
Julio Ricardo trying to keep that bow steady, and he drills a 10.
Fantastic.
Nailed that shot. Great effort by Julio Ricardo Fierro, who won a men's team bronze medal in Shanghai 3 years ago when this event was actually stage 4. That'll count as a 9 for Adolfo Modena. And now Cardoso, who does have time. And uses it well.
That's good. As I say, absolutely perfect timing there. They're halfway through and they've got half the time left. Perfect timing that time.
So the Russian Federation, which had a 10-point lead to start the second end, keeping the pressure on.
Good shooting from Russia.
10 на 10, Миш.
Another strong shot.
Возле десятки, 9 на 12.
And here is Dombayev. Dombayev down the middle. Dombayev, of course, defeated Braden Galantine in the quarterfinals of the World Championships in Belek last fall. So you can tell how strong a shooter he is. As is Julio Ricardo Fierro, although not one of his better attempts there.
Fuerte el brazo. Firme. Firme.
Adolfo Medina, 20 years old, leaving 24 seconds on the clock now for Mario Cardoso. As you get a good look at those target faces, 50 meters away, Cardoso with 10 seconds. Clock winding down. And with 3 seconds to go, comes up with a 10. Took his time, very patient on that, Andy.
He did. I can't see where that second arrow went.
We'll try to track down that score. A 9 for Russia. And Dambayev. With his team already leading by 9. Can make it a commanding 19-point lead, and he does.
Fantastic.
So there was a miss on that 5th arrow of the second set from Mexico. So Medina with a miss after Cardoso had missed on the final shot of the first end. That's disastrous.
That is, yeah, they'll be very disappointed with that.
Hold things together. Bronze medal match for the men.
Ah, see what happened there. He shot on the wrong target face.
Aha.
That'll be very disappointing. Shot on the...
And right now, Russia just knows it has to be solid. Doesn't have to be spectacular. Just have to make sure you shoot it at the right target.
Just not make any mistakes. That's all they'll be worried about now.
Trailing by 19, Mexico shooting first here in the third end. Fierro, low, in the 8 ring.
Venga, Adolfo, venga, Adolfo. Fuerte. Eso es. Fuerte.
Now the 20-year-old Medina.
Firme ahí. Firme. Bien, bien.
Much better.
Fantastic.
Buen 10, hijo, buen 10. Venga, Cardoso. Ritmo, Cardoso, ritmo. Fuerte.
Cardoso, also 20 years old, ranked 33rd in the world.
Fuerte.
Bronze medalist at the Arizona Cup this year. There was a lot of wind in Arizona for the Arizona Cup. He comes up with an 8. In fact, one of the matches, I think Pascal Lebec of France advanced with a winning score of 123.
Wow.
Venga, venga, venga. Chécale, está a la izquierda, Cardoso.
You don't see that happen very often.
No, absolutely.
So 2 8s and a 10 for Mexico. The Russian Federation starts off with an 8.
No, absolutely, the wind is not our friend in this game.
Venga, Adolfo, venga, Adolfo. Ya pasó eso. Venga.
It's not nice shooting in the rain, but it's better than shooting in the wind.
And today we have both.
We have both.
The daily double. Dambayev teaming up with Kalishnikov and Sprodov. Had a commanding 19-point lead halfway through this match, and Dambayev drills another 10.
Very calm, confident shot now.
He came on strong at the end of last season, particularly in Wrocław. Had some strong matches, as we mentioned. Beat Braden Galantine in the quarterfinals of the World Championships in Belek, where the wind was a bit of a factor then too.
Firme. Firme el brazo. Fuerte. Venga.
Adolfo Medina
Bien. Bien. Nuevo ritmo. Venga, Cardoso.
picked up a team gold medal a year ago at the Youth Championships in Wuxi here in China.
Ahí, firme, firme. 6, 4.
And with 3 seconds to go, Cardoso lets it fly and scores an 8.
Mueve un poquito ahí. Sigues a la izquierda.
The rain letting up just a little bit right now. Same goes for the wind, and that allows Russia to score 9. Not happy about that shot.
Do you know, I think the wind just caught his arm just as he made the shot. Just as he executed the shot, I saw his arm move. That was just unlucky, I think.
And Dambayev, just solid 6 strong shots to have any chance at all.
Venga, Julio. Ritmo ahí. Fuerte.
So Julio Ricardo Fierro,
Fuerte, fuerte el brazo.
who began competing on the international stage back in 2009, now a veteran.
Bien. 8.
And 8 for the young man who picked up an individual silver medal at Shanghai 2 years ago in 2012. And won the bronze medal at the World Cup Finals in Tokyo in 2012 as well.
Firme, firme.
Now Medina.
Bien. Sale.
With a 7.
Venga, Cardoso.
And Cardoso,
Fuerte ahí, fuerte.
also a member of that gold medal team from Mexico in Wuxi at the 2013 Youth Championships. High and off to the right, that's an 8.
Venga.
Strong shooting for the Russian Federation.
They're not letting up, are they?
Nope.
Fantastic shooting.
Not taking the foot off the gas pedal at all. Just outside the 10 ring.
Venga, Julio, venga. Cerrar bien. Cerrar fuerte. Adolfo.
And now Dambayev.
Another 10. Fantastic.
So high fives for Dambayev and his 2 teammates, as they're just 3 shots away
Fuerte.
from picking up the bronze medal.
Bien. Buen 10. Venga, Adolfo.
That's better for Mexico.
Ahí, firme. Fuerte atrás. Ritmo. Bien.
Medina with a
Venga,
9.
Cardoso. Trabaja esa. Fuerte.
And now plenty of time for Mario Cardoso, who won a team bronze medal 2 years ago at stage 3 in Ogden, Utah. Ooh, just about on that line.
Bien.
Unofficially, they've given him a 10. We'll see if that stands. Mexico finishing with 197 points, and Russia wraps up the bronze medal with that shot. Another 10 for the Federation. And again, it's not a matter of who's going to win. It's just a matter of by how much. And the Russian Federation pouring it on right now. The pressure's off. And Dombayev with the icing on the cake.
A fantastic finish to that match.
A commanding victory for the Russian Federation as they win the bronze medal here today. A year ago, it was Korea coming away with the men's team bronze medal. Choi Young-hee, Min Leong, and Yang Young-ho. But here in Shanghai in 2014, it's the trio of Alexander Dombayev, Viktor Kalashnikov, and Mikhail Sprodov who come up with the win and do it in convincing fashion. Got a little bit of luck, but they shot well. 221's a good score.
Oh, absolutely. In these conditions, it definitely is. On a nice day, then you'd be disappointed with that. But in these conditions, it's a fantastic score. No, they've been shooting strong all the way through the team range.
So posing for the cameramen here in China, as Russia celebrates a bronze medal performance here on the River Boulevard along the Wangpu River in the Pudong district of Shanghai, the financial district. The buildings you see across the river, that is the Bund. A little bit older buildings.